Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And away we go in Cincinnati. And this isn't even going to be close, partner. The opening kickoff fails to reach the landing zone, so they're going to have to defend from the 40 to begin this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Quay Walker.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Let's go!
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Made by Chase Brown. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go now!
First down throw. Here's Brownie. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
60 back, check out!
They go play fake with Brownie. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
2nd and 10 now. Brownie. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Packers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
At the 13-yard line.
Set, ready. Set, cut.
Love now, off the play action. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Ready.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
45, walk, shoot, yellow. Set.
Takes the handoff, now low. That one's cut on left sideline. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Ready.
All right, right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Ready to go with the second quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone.
6, red, yellow, set.
Love out of the shotgun. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. And he's blocked out real close to that goal line at the 1.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
Now it's second and goal from the 1.
Come on, set. Blaster, 6. Hut.
Shotgun now for Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get the game's first points here in the second. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest. But, man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting the quarterback in the rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
Now is McManus to kick this away. Samaje Perine on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10. Play fake. Browning. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. And I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
Good on second. It's Brown. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Browning. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Packers nearly take it back for a pick 6, but he's stopped at the very last moment.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal. If you get interception and chunk yards with it, that is a gold star effort.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal.
Ready.
Love from the gun. Has it in close. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's second and goal.
Set, ready. Blast, ready.
Jacobs. Goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
Get to these goal-to-goal situations, you know what a win is defensively, Kate? Is stalemate. Just don't let them go forward. When you actually knock them backwards as they just did, you've now energized your whole group defensively.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals will take possession at their own 35 after they track him down on the return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase. That down, so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Oh no, they get him yet again. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And it makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Making some progress here. He's brought down after a nice little effort there. That's going to bring us to our 2-minute warning. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. And it's the Bengals taking over on offense.
Here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, trap 60, trap 60.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Browning from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Ready? Bronco 80.
And they're going for this. Next on the crosser. And unsurprisingly, Brock, he's not going to get the first here. Still failing to see the thinking behind that one as they turn it over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Here we go. Big blaster. Black shot. Needle blue. Spot.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. And that right right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Piran. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing now, off play action. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
From the 41. And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
Ready up. Come on, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos.
Browning. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20.
At their own 24-yard line.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Running back sent in motion.
Yellow, 43. Cut.
First down throw. Here's Love. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan battle with the INT. And the Bengals will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Back to throw, Browning. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
70 lock.
Second and 10 now. Right side cut by Higgins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. On to handle the kickoff. And take this at the 10. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Come on, Green Jack. Red, 38. Check, huh?
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Okay, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
Jacobs with a first and then some. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Throwing, it's Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Here we go.
On second down, Jacobs. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He dropped it. Oh, that should have been intercepted, Brock. He had it. Couldn't bring it in, though. That does bring up fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Drill green. Slice blue. Claws red. Red cycle. Blue striker. Hut, hut.
Loves to throw again. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. Broke through the tackle. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They go play fake with Browning. Launches one deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Packers get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Maden. Set, ready. Ready.
Second and 3. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Down. 6, red, yellow. Ready. Ready.
Love looking to pass. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On the ready.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Spike. White. Black forward. Smash. Red. Set. Hut.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Black Ultra. Set.
Trying again, following the sack. This one ticking in by Kraft. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's dropped. They got there for the sack, and that brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over.
Got it.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal.
Set.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Ready. Ready. Red. 38. Set. Go.
Here's another for it. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
Well, I guess 3 isn't enough to pad the lead. They're pulling out all the stops. It's 4th and goal.
Ready. Ready. Go.
Love now off the play action. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
Oh, there was so much good on that play. Right play call, good route, great throw, Kate. Just needed to make the catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert in every time.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. Dumped off to his running back. And did he lose track of where he was? He just ran out of the side of the end zone. That's a safety. Well, even if they weren't able to drop it, it was no doubt the pressure that deserves the credit for that safety.
That is a defense's dream and a quarterback's absolute nightmare. In the end zone, well, only so much room to roam became really easy to lose track of the boundary for the quarterback and for that defense to make that nightmare a reality for the QB.
So they'll accept the miscue and take the yards.
Ready. Ready.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Set. 45. White. Hut. Hut.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Going run again with Jacobs. Open space inside the 40. Past the 20. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers are running them out of the building. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Jones on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
60, go.
2nd and 10 now. Browning. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Shut up. Check go.
From the shotgun, here's Browning. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
3 straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th.
Here we go. Shot. Shut up.
Desperation time here. Oh no, they get him yet again. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
Love's going to throw for 2. And that one's caught. Sad coming more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th.
Bengals nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green
Well,
Bay.
Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. On the return, this is P-Rod. This makes it up to the 25.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Sack.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Sack. Ready.
Browning from the gun. couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and they should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back drives. That's a really hard walk off the field.
And they pick him off again. And the Packers have it once again after yet another interception.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs running behind center. It's an excellent look on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just...
And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Packers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Packers will set up for the
33.
two-point
Ready? Go.
conversion.
Fury. Yellow.
He's throwing for it. Escapes the pocket. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. Good work so far. He's got room. He's brought down after a nice little effort there, and that's going to bring us to our 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go.
1st down throw. Here's Browning. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. That quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
The left side, caught by Higgins. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60.
From the red zone now. Completed to his running back. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's another Cincinnati Bengals.
Still sticking with the passing game. And he sails that one over the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
As I watch practice differences today, Kate, both college and professionally. One thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And if they could play at this level every time out, now their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of pop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye, I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Put me some in the counter that's dry. Riding in special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and Birkin, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here go to surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Bet while I'm gripping her side. Big and mad bet, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like Pelican guy.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Oh, he dropped that defender. Off to the races, middle of the field. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little pace?
A hundo, partner, 100%.
And to do it on the ground to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the 4-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's racing past midfield. At the 20. And he does! Touchdown! Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe. Yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Machine Ali on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Play action now with Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. And they make the tackle at the 38. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll cobble together a yard there. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
No, we changed it.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Lamar off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Good game here as he heads out of bounds.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens break the tie here in the first. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Kate, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive touchdowns, but even sweeter than that is 2 rushing touchdowns. You are setting a tone and a mindset, and this defense, they better regroup.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He'll begin his return from the 11. And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing right away here, Goff. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go play action with Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Lions, first down. and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up to the air now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Like 20, Xhuvl. Maverick. 5. Attack.
Another try following the sack. Taking a deep shot here. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script, Brock. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested.
Thrown right, and it's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. First down, here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Dude, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
On first down, Jackson. That pass pulled in by Henry. And a big shot keeps him out of the end zone, but they're just a yard away now as that play brings him to first and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Right on the edge of the goal line for first and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can, and certainly was effective.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. Goff off the play action. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. Almost a very quick drive, but the drop kick gives him new life. This is second down. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Third and 4 coming up now.
Makes it third and 4.
20.
Shotgun snap here to go. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, You don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Yeah, that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. And the Ravens going nickel, third down.
Who goes to line? 180.
Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. Fourth down coming up.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
180.
On fourth down, Goff. On the move, headed right. They'll make a pit for it on the ground. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on fourth down. It keeps this drive moving. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Here's Goff. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
DC. 180. Maverick wall.
From the gun, Goff. Taking a shot for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still inches to go on third down.
Here we go. What's that?
Out of the shotgun, Goff. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just three. They're going for this. They'll go for it. Goff forced out to his right. And they get to him on fourth down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. Still has some space inside the 35. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get more points to end a lopsided first half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution.
Right now, bro.
This kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection.
Are we serious right now, bro?
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Looking to throw, Goff. Able to find right.
Damn, you dove at his legs.
The 30 before being brought down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Damn, I didn't even get no time to mash X.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun.
Jesus.
And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push it back.
Fucking read motorcycle gang? These Baltimore YNs, bro. I don't care, these cracker ends. These young crackers, bro.
Trying again, following the set. Gets everything he has on it. It connects on the deep shot.
Sam Laporta.
That's a 38-yard
Sam Laporta.
Analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to
I said celebrate, bro. Why are you just standing there menacingly?
little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. That throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They not like us is playing?
10 from a yard
Why,
short
thank
of
you.
the field. Off play action, call.
Throw it away, throw it away, throw it.
Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
I'm spamming right stick.
Goff setting the throw. Downfield into Slammer has it. This great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory, but he's brought down. It's a 21-yard gain. And that gives the Lions the first. Goff. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
I definitely saw that dude who somehow tripped his way into the pocket. This is a blitz? Assuming that... This is definitely a blitz on 99.
Throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. Connects on one to
First,
Jackson Williams.
are we serious?
He's got it down to the 30 before going out.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
First.
A shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. Throwing is gone. He's trying to push the field.
That would have been so crazy. That would have been crazy.
Away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
No, he had it too. He had it and then he just came down bad. And lost it.
Out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10.
Oh, you bastard. You bastard. If I had 2 more seconds, that's literally a great pass.
Finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This defense,
You bloody bastard.
and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they produced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Goff on 3rd.
No, I thought I perfectly had it highballed. I thought I had just the right angle. No!
Coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly. As he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other
Bro, that was a good set of yards, too.
pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Derrick Henry's wide open.
They get 27 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Just gotta love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, break off the first.
I didn't even get a fucking chance.
Set for a first and 10. Running back motioning right. First down. Here's Lamar. That'll be incomplete to start
Is
the
that...
second down.
Hello? Pick?
Of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No luck on first down. Here's
This is not the play I picked.
out of the gun. Henry. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
He has determination.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Ravens with possession and a big enough lead already. They can probably coast the rest of the way.
Wait, 16-16? I was saying, like, the total points you had. I'm like, you not at no 30-something?
Third down. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have
Holy luck on that second miss.
you got it. That's all that matters.
If he had hit stick you any faster, bro.
Offenses, Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go
Shut up.
after.
They'll break the huddle and come up on
You're
first and
rage
goal.
baiting.